Damn, we got a 135 estimate. That's so generous. If not, I think we're gonna die to close there a couple times, Joe.
Just a little extra ice palace.
Never say never in this game.
Yeah.
That's very clever, Blunt. I like your file names on your player select screen.
Yeah! Fuck RPG. Oh, you like that? I'm glad that people who speak Japanese can read that.
Yup.
Alright.
Oh, wait.
Fuck RPG.
One.
Oh, come on!
Wait, so Joe's not racing this?
He can't.
Nah, I couldn't find a restreamer, so rip. Because I can't have a few streams up and Emmerich, because Emmerich decides, hey, I fucking suck, so I'm gonna drop, 3/4 of your frames.
What a douchebag.
Fucking hammer.
Alright. Yeah.
You're about ready, Kaz?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alright, recording. I don't know why, because this run's gonna suck. Alright, you can go ahead and do a countdown, Joe or RPG or anyone.
Your file
5,
names still look ready, Blunt.
4, 3, 2, 1. Smurf! This is Zelda's the best number to listen to going to Scott is going to bounce. Zelda's the best number to listen to the Scott is going to bounce. There's balance. You'll say quit now. First one is reading. By the way, and it's be Catch Boy, BluntBunny taking on Caznode. Hopefully, Caznode actually beats BluntBunny in this. I honestly usually would never back Caznode, but hopefully, he smacks BluntBunny in the face.
I honestly want him to smack me in the face too. Not gonna lie.
I'm whipping it out.
Nice little dick in your face there, BluntBunny. So. We're gonna roll it up here. Hopefully, BluntBunny or something. Caznode will get some chest turns or something, but probably not. So there's probably gonna be a lack of chest turn, a lack of fence dashing, a lack of rolling deep. But that's fine, I guess. I mean, this is the slow rolling marathon number 2 here, so we're good to go.
Oh, come on.
Come on, RPG. Alrighty, getting stuck on a fence post. This is going well.
Hell yeah, it's a good run. So, in this heat, we just pump our dicks off and try to save some frames? That's it?
Pumping our dicks.
Ah, you know it's a good run when the guard pokes you.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got some nasty RNG there, but I didn't get hit. Going through guard hellway number 1. Went pretty well.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad for me either. First key guard here, just do a nice little fancy spin like that, and get the key. This asshole you can cut pretty close, but I'm not gonna do that right now because I've been had a couple of shots of Henderson.
Oh, that's right. Walk right towards me.
Yeah, so on that note, I will be firing up something in my oven, and it will be very crispy, and that is
What are we making? Are we baking some hot dogs?
Cooking some Arby's in your oven?
Yeah, what's going on, RPG? Let me know what it is. You got a fresh DiGiorno in there or something? This first boss here. Well, let me kill him. No, it's fine. I had like 15 parries, but that's fine.
Nice.
There's a couple ways you can kill him. One is with you can use one of the pots over there, and it does like 4 damage to him, or you can just do the risky like 8/. I think Caznode, what'd you do, 8/?
I slashed him, only got one parry. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Parries are... You can definitely avoid them. Usually it happens when you're mistiming your slashes. So. But,
Looks like we're perfectly synced grabbing Zelda.
Yeah, I'm looking... I got the stream up too, so...
Oh yeah.
Looking like a pretty close race. Caznode is actually ahead because he has 1 rupee.
Whoa.
He must have got the lucky bush rupee right outside of Link's house. Yeah. This game is all just a bunch of little minor RNG. These seconds pretty much everywhere. Like very minor time. Like I had to boom the guard in this room.
Oh, the quick turn.
Yeah.
Getting poked. By that big guard dick.
Oh yeah. Big ass guard dicks all over this dungeon. And then after the guard section, then we're gonna be entering the sewers, which is actually where more of the RNG is. A bunch of snakes and rats and shit. So pretty much you can go into the sewers section like ahead of like escape pace or whatever, and then just get fucked in every room. Actually, a pretty safe first room there. And there's like a next room's all the snakes. Where... Alright.
Made it through the snakes fine.
Yeah, I only had the boom once.
Had the clear middle lane.
Yeah, you can usually squeeze through some of those guys. Sometimes you'll get a wall of snakes and you can't do that.
We're coming into the water sewer room. This is actually where pumping is most important in this segment.
Yeah, it actually saves quite a bit of time. So if you're gonna pump anywhere, you need to pump in the sewers.
And he's our pal, the key rat. And look at that, it's in the northwest with a buddy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Same, dude. Except I decided to high five a couple rats on the way to the door, so yeah. Something like a fresh 555 escape for me. I don't know about you guys, man.
Something like that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. So I'd be firing the reset button already. I actually got really awkward RNG. He didn't go northwest, but he was like in a very awkward spot to the top. Oh, 556. Whoa. Okay, so. Well.
601. This is great.
What did you get?
601.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you had some really horrible RNG though in the last few rounds. Like that's just bullshit from the game.
Yeah, and that second to last room, I don't know how I managed to slash one rat in front of the door, but not the other.
So I'm actually going to skip the Sanctuary Heart, because if RPG were to see me grab it, he'd probably shove a dick in my ass or something, I don't know.
I'm plunging deep into that vaginal sink heart.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the Saint card is probably by far the best safety in the entire game. It only takes 3 seconds to get, and it definitely helps with a bunch of segments outside of just Eastern here. So, I've just played so long without it that I don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah, I think there's really only 2 quote-unquote good ways to go about the Sanctuary Heart. First off, that's never grabbing it from the start and just getting used to it right away. Whatever, skill level you're starting at, whatever. And then, second one is going for, top time or even like a 123 or something. I think Sanctuary Heart is just one of those things that I think people overestimate its time consumingness. There's a lot of other things that take way more time to get, so about 3 seconds isn't gonna make or break much of anything unless you want a top time.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like, you get to the point where you're surviving like almost everywhere, so like once you're there, that's when you realize you don't actually need it anymore. But I can totally understand people still getting it even at a 124 level.
Safety first.
So that fresh Stalfos room there, it looks like I killed 2 invisible enemies, but I actually killed them before they spawned. There's a trigger point in the middle of the room that causes them to spawn. You can actually kill them before they spawn, because there's actually like 4, maybe 5 in that room. And fighting Stalfos in this game is pretty shitty. Because they like to hop everywhere and do a bunch of weird shit, gymnastics and shit.
That arrow pod I just grabbed isn't completely necessary, but it guarantees that I'll have enough arrows for Armos and probably have a good supply for Langmo.
Yep.
Another slow rolling shot from Caznode. Whoa!
I think that's the best arrow pot in the game, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, honestly, it's only a 1 second time save, but you're pretty much gambling that you're not gonna lose 4 coin flips. I think it is. Is it 4? Yeah, it's 4. I think.
Yeah, and there's actually something else you can do with it as well. I mean, you can technically without getting the arrow pot at all, but speaking of gambling, you can get the Eastern arrow pot, and then towards the end of Eastern Palace, if you get 2 arrow drops, if you get both of the chances of getting the arrow drop, then there's a red mimic in Palace of Darkness that'll have the possible chance of dropping a 10 arrow. So you could actually skip one of the arrow pots in Desert Palace and then gamble on that 10 arrow drop, which I think, I don't know, I just feel like a 10 arrow drop is more worth of a gamble than, just a 5 drop. And not getting that 5 drop, like your run is either over, you're losing 2 seconds or whatever that is to grab the bottom pots before you're almost.
Yeah, and if you get that 10 arrow drop, you are set for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you're hooked up. And that could lead to skipping and like thieves, arrow pot, and other things, so.
Alright, rolling into Armos.
Rolling in!
On it there.
You did get the arrow drop. Like I said, it's like a 12.5% chance that you're actually gonna get fucked in that room. I'm willing to take that chance. I don't really care. I mean, I usually just grab the ones in desert if I really need them.
Yeah.
Black. So, +8. It's like I grabbed the same card or something, but I didn't. So, yeah. 1040, what'd you get, guys?
Something worse than that. Probably closer to 11.
The early games, seems pretty trivial, but it's, actually one of the harder parts, at least for me. It's really
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the movement in the early game is a little bit different than it is anytime else because you don't have the boots.
Yeah, and it's, your mistakes are more punishing as far as, like, entering doors and stuff like that. Like, you just lose much more time nudging doors and everything.
And fortunately, you get the boots right here from a cowboy hat wearing person. And the boots actually have a really neat, glitchy mechanic to them, as you see Blunt doing right now. We call this the super speed or the spin speed, or later on in the game when we have the hook shot and item dash. But pretty much, you want to charge your sword, and then once it's charged, you want to release the sword and hit the dash button on the subsequent frame. And what that'll do is put Link in this glitch state where you won't be able to slash your sword. That's pretty much the way to know if you got it. But if you touch a staircase and then come off of it, you'll have dashing speed without actually having to dash. So you can just freely move until a screen transition, or if you get hit, or if you press the dash button again, it'll cancel it out. However, spin speed can be pretty trivial in some parts. There's multiple screens where it only saves a certain amount of frames, so the time save is really dependent on how well your movement is and your execution. Sometimes it could be more worth it just for you to not go for a certain spin speed.
Yeah, I actually missed the first attempt at the spin speed, but that particular spin speed is one of the bigger time saves over. I think Death Mountain's probably the one that saves the most, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Death
one-
Mountain, it also helps a lot for dodging boulders.
yeah, that too. Just the one on Eastern is worth trying a couple times for sure. But missing it at like a high level is super annoying because you pretty much need every second.
You just
can
gotta
get.
sit still and try again.
Yep.
Some rolling deep book reading.
Desert Overworld is actually doesn't look too hard, but it actually is one of the more annoying ones. 'Cause it's 3 spin speeds and just a bunch of dashing. Missing one of the spin speeds will cost you quite a bit. Yeah. Desert Palace is basically just like Eastern, where it's just straightforward, but now you have the boots. So.
Yeah, I actually think this is the dullest palace in the game. It's not very difficult to do most of the movement, and there aren't really any challenging rooms or setups.
Yeah, most of it is, there's just a few instances of minor RNG, like the cannonball room. You have to wait for the cannons, it's about 1 second time loss. And you got the popos, which you'll be seeing when you enter Desert 2.
Good old Popo genocide.
Yeah. Yeah, 1503 gloves, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's probably one of the bigger RNGs in this dungeon. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Just optimizing your dashes. And there's a risky spin speed I'm gonna go for here. You can easily fall off that ledge, and it'll definitely cost you a lot of time. So don't recommend it if you aren't 100% comfortable going for that.
Fortunately, you do have a available buffer to the lamp if you choose to do that.
Yeah, that's what actually makes it free. So all you gotta do is hold diagonal out of the menu, and you will never fall off.
And that was our first example of a key dash, dashing through a locked door instead of bonking into it by being on the right pixel. You can line up with pretty much any object and dash towards the door, and you'll just go right through it.
Yeah, it's every 4 pixels you can dash through the door. That's why sometimes you'll, like if you decide to try it, you're not lining up with anything, then you'll probably bonk most of the time. Land molas, I'm going to explain after I...
Lamolus is definitely the most difficult boss in the early game to optimize well. He's tough.
Yeah, it's a really good way to purely test your reaction timing and pretty much your skill of precision.
Actually,
But there's also other times where the land molas could just be fuckheads and just short hop, and you just can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like when you're learning the game, wow, nice dude, 2 rocks. It just takes so much time to actually figure that fight out. It's just not something that you're gonna just be good at after like an hour of practice. No, it was a 3 cycle. It was an early 3 cycle.
Yeah, at my and Blunt's level. It's not too early. Let's not get hit by the Sandman. 4 cycles is considered acceptable, 3 cycles is pretty good, and 2 cycles is incredible. 1 cycle never happens.
Yeah, it's pretty damn near impossible, I would say.
And 5 cycle, it's time to tighten up the noose.
Yeah. Yeah, like 4 cycles, like eventually you're just like, I mean, I still would take them in a run, but it's definitely hurts. It wasn't a bad fight. I had a good one earlier today too. That fight's really like strange sometimes. You'll like, I'll never practice it and be good at it, and then like sometimes I'll practice it and then shit the bed like in a run. You're pretty much just trying to figure out which way they're gonna fly. You're just, the fight is basically just intuition. Just gotta lock yourself in your room and practice for 10,000 hours. Got more spin speeds up here. Best screen in the whole game.
Sky Cabbage is raining down. And this is definitely the most important spin speed to get first try, because if you don't, then it means you get hit by boulders.
Yeah. It's the only time you get to see Bunny Link, unless you get Bunny later.
It is the only time you get the sick Bunny music.
Yeah, it's a shame. You don't actually get to hear it for very long. So Hair is like the worst fucking dungeon ever.
Getting that quick warp.
It's a good reset point for a lot of people, because you got Death Mountain, which if you get pummeled by boulders, there's a chance that you're not going to have a lot of hearts for this dungeon, which is kind of needed. There's one particular room where you get the Moon Pearl. It's going to go for a boom dash there, but hands are a little bit too slippery there.
Yeah, you'll notice that there are a lot of mini Moldorms in this dungeon. They're difficult to predict, and you generally want to just try and run past them.
Yeah.
But it's very easy to take a bunch of damage from them as you head through.
Yeah, they actually have no AI from what I understand, which is like even more frustrating, because it's like they just do whatever the fuck they want. So dealing with them could be extremely difficult.
Yeah, this dungeon is actually one of the main reasons that I keep saying very hard, because it's really easy for stuff to go wrong and just put yourself in a difficult situation.
Yeah, me too.
Just taking 3 hearts, you can just take 3 hearts of damage getting up to Hera. And that's, you know, if you don't get Sanctuary, that's 2 hearts. That's 1 for the bomb jump and then 1 for Moldrum, so it's not really a good, not really a comfortable feeling.
Yeah.
Firing up that reset button pretty early. I'm actually in good shape right now. As I say that, I get raped by this fucking Moldorm.
Oh yeah.
Moldorm's crawling up your ass.
Oh yeah, crawling up my ass. Going through my dick hole.
Oh yeah. And the good old waffle bomb drop.
Oh yeah. Slightly faster. So this is another boss that's a pain in the ass.
Nice hero drop. Got a 5 from the Dodongo.
Caznode with the waffle bomb jump also. That's what I like to see.
Okay, well, I got kind of a troll patterns at the end there, but all else pretty good. Yeah, the room
that's
Okay.
The room with the Moon Pearl is the worst room in the entire dungeon. The Dongos, the mini Moldorms.
Middle hold.
Oh no.
Well, he was going fast too, so that was just... You pretty much just gotta load up a dash for Moldorm and hope for the best once he goes into his fast mode, and things did not go the best they could.
Oh, what the fuck, Moldorm. That was so dumb. The boss is really dumb because, like, I'm sure you could make, like, I don't know, a safe state while you're dashing into him. And, like, half the time you'll go through and hit his tail, and the other half of the time you'll just smack into his head. And, yeah.
Alright, making it out alive.
Can be a really unfair boss. And a pretty good resource of resets from our Link to the Past runners.
Plunging down the middle hole, saying hi to Scrivo back in the Moon Pro room.
Yeah, so in this particular overworld, I'm actually killing a couple enemies, because what I'm setting up for is the ruby trees. When you kill 4 enemies without taking damage, well, actually, no, the first tree you grab is going to be blue rubies, which you saw me pull. And now I need to kill 4 consecutive enemies without taking damage. And there's another tree, and it's going to spawn reds, which will give me enough for the rest of the game. Or, for the rest are kind of on the way, which you get in the dark mode later. Hello to screen. So now I killed my 4th enemy here.
Oh, this pickle is such a troll. Okay.
Yeah, he trolled me too. So now we got red rupees. That puts me at 107. There's a blue rupee you get in Aghanim's Tower, so it's going to put me at 110, which is exactly what I need to enter Palace of Darkness. I'm going to try my best to not take damage on this overworld, because you definitely want full hearts for Aghanim's Tower.
Yeah, there are a few places in there where the sword beams come in handy.
Yeah. So you actually need to know 2 sets of strats, both with and without hearts.
Rolling in.
Rolling in.
Yeah, the without heart strat is actually called serving up some din-din, courtesy of a boy, Preston.
If you have enough arrows, you can go for the arrow strat, which is 6 arrows, and it's actually the fastest strat in the room, but nobody goes for it anymore, because it's better to just save the arrows. The strat I just did is, grab that ruby.
Now, speaking of serving up some din-din, I'm about to serve up myself some spaghetti and meatballs, so be right back.
Oh yeah.
Slurping that spaghetti.
Oh, hell yeah.
I also have my jalapeno poppers out of the oven, and they're popping in my mouth. Whoa!
I actually took
Popping that
damage from that
cheesy
guard,
goodness in your mouth.
so now I can't go for any of the cool strats. That's okay.
Loving it. I am loving it.
Maybe I'll get a heart drop somewhere, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Aghanim's Tower is actually probably the 2nd hardest dungeon in this game, I would say. Optimize. It's really, really hard. It's definitely overlooked.
Yeah, people think that because it's so linear that it's not difficult, but really all the strats you gotta do and how precise they are is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
And there's so many different variations of strats based on the amount of hearts you have and whether you have beams or not too. So just being able to remember all the strats and then do them effectively is kind of a tough ordeal.
Well, I'm definitely not having a tough ordeal here chowing down these peppers here.
Oh, my computer's trying to restart.
Nice.
You should tell it to stop.
I am working on that. I mean, my console won't shut off, so...
Yeah. Oh, whenever you are, why did my brain just stop? Whenever you're transitioning after hitting one blunt, just lower the game volume a tiny bit more.
Okay.
The voices are still heard pretty good, but just optimize the situation.
Oh yeah.
Because this game has really come down to just optimizing each screen by the frames. Our boy X-Release would absolutely love to hear that. I'm sure if he was in here right now, the frame talk would last the entire hour and a half.
Yeah, so BluntBunny's actually even saving frames on Agnum here by spinning them into the center of the ring. That saves a good amount of time, because then he can, warp closer to you, that saves time on 6 frames.
Aghanim's my boy, man, let me tell you.
Love those balls.
Oh yeah, like, he's just fucking me so... Well, I actually got average RNG here. It's gonna be 3. Not really gonna complain about this too much. It was known to get like 7. Alright, you said turn down the game volume?
Caznode is catching up.
Yeah, game volume down a little bit.
BluntBunny's getting fucked in the ass by rabbits being shoved in.
What the heck's going on?
Oh, hell yeah.
He's fucking carrot stuffed up his ass right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3 blue balls, like, really isn't bad. However, it still is about 18 seconds lost, not accounting for Agnum warping around, which, that sucks no matter what.
Let me know how that sounds, Joe.
1 blue ball.
Yeah, I got 3, so... Plus 36. So now the Dark World is,
2 blue balls.
it's definitely much harder than the Light World, but it's more fun in my opinion. Because the Light World sucks a billion dicks.
Alright, we're leaving with 2 blue balls. It's not bad. Better
Oh
than
my
average.
god, let's just count our blessings there. I had a fresh bonk and the bird like missed me by like a pixel or something, it looks like. That bird actually does 3 hearts of damage.
Yeah, the birds level up in the Dark World.
Yeah, so that would have been half my health. That would have been pretty bad to start this dungeon with.
Yeah, it's important to preserve your health in Palace of Darkness, because you want to have sword beams for the second half of the dungeon.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't spin speed. There
Joe,
we go.
you said the volume is good now?
Yeah, perfect. Muy perfecto.
Alright.
Oops.
So now we're,
Sparking it up in the darkness!
Oh, yeah.
this is the first dungeon where you actually have a choice of like where you want to go. Like you have a few keys you need to get. You can waste keys on accident. So right now we're just gonna gather some keys because we're trying to get the big key. And we're gonna be going for like a pretty precise bomb jump here. It's gonna look a little crazy if you've never seen it. Sparking it up.
And because there's alternate routes, there are a couple different ways you can go in this dungeon too that save frames. I believe. I think it's just frames. I don't think it's actual seconds.
Yeah,
But depending on your bomb count, you can do one of 2 different routes, but the actual routes are pretty insignificant when it comes to time.
you can actually grab this one key earlier and then backtrack to go get the big key. But you get an extra bomb in this route, which is much better. It's pretty much the only reason you do it. It's barely gets slower.
I think it's like 10 frames or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot what the actual timing is, but it's very early.
3 bombs in order to do the Ice Palace bomb jump later in the game.
That was actually not too bad. I actually moved an extra pixel, so I did adjust myself using...
So I was playing randomizer earlier, and that chest actually had a vagina in it, and I pulled it out. I started fingering it, and it felt pretty good.
What the hell is going on here? Alright, so So now we got our fresh hammer.
Holy cow. Oops.
Fun fact, you don't actually have to walk up to grab that heart. You just stand there.
Are you talking about the one when you dash right to hit the switch?
Yeah. Right, well, this actually isn't that bad considering I bonked in the overworld and had a couple extra buffers.
Oops, that's not correct.
This is the part where you hit the bong real quick and think about your run. Nice little intermission.
Barking it up!
Yep.
I'm sparking up this spaghetti and 3 meatballs.
Yeah, these poppers are
It's
still
the teddy bear update.
still popping in my mouth, just creaming in there.
Good.
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good turtles there. We didn't have a party, so that's good. So now we're fighting my boy Helmasaur. This is, in my opinion, like one of the harder fights.
Yup, agreed for sure.
Yeah.
We're definitely not going to be holding the sword out because I'm going to go in wrong right now.
Helmasaur is another one of the fights where the Sanctuary Heart has a big impact.
Oh yeah.
Basically, if you have Sanctuary Heart, you take 4 hits, and if you don't have it, you take 3.
And a lot of the times that extra hit is some saving grace to your...
It's not really why saying very hard is an absolute disgrace.
And I think that
grab enough hearts.
56 is not much less of a disgrace over there.
And BluntBunny is going in raw with no holding up sword for take out the mask. Helmasaur here, he must have practiced Helmasaur before the race.
Yeah, I did.
That's actually, I think that's the most recent thing I learned, how good that tech is.
It is really good. Ever since I switched, I started getting like a bunch of like 60X pods like every time I do pod. So you can have like the shittiest pod, but like if you go into Helma and you get like a really good fight and you don't miss any of the hammers, then chances are you're gonna still like get a good pod time. So I was losing so much time on Helma. It's hard to adjust, especially when you're on the run. Like you kind of want to like revert to a baby strat half the time, but it's definitely worth it.
And the thing with the sword out strat for the first phase though is that, at least in my opinion, it's a lot harder to recover from if anything goes wrong, or even if the Helmasaur RNG is really bad and he's staying at the top.
Yeah, I think the only person, in my opinion, who's really good at doing the sword out is Zelda. So he actually doesn't seem to lose time when he does it, but like, I don't know, it's really hard to save time. I think no sword out is actually faster, like, for most people. Zelda's just really smart with the sword out strats, so.
Alright, that was a pretty solid Helma fight.
Oh yeah.
I'm way
That's
behind,
always
but
good.
I'm not dead.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so the poppers have all been popped in my mouth, so...
What kind of cheese was in them? Was it cheddar or was it cream cheese?
I think it was cream cheese.
Oh yeah, I love me some cream cheese.
Taking them poppers, relaxing that anus.
Oh yeah, we'll be shooting out fireballs later.
Holy cow.
Oh, we missed the quick work because Nifty Pickles. What is this? So this is the part where you get the flute. It's for late. You actually need the flute to complete the game because it's the only way to get in the mire. And this asshole, we didn't get spin speed, so this guy right here, the red dude, that's why you do spin speed there, is he will take that spear and shove it pretty far into your ass if
Oh yeah.
he decides to attack you.
Yep, lost the lottery.
my favorite thing.
Usain Bolt.
So there's a spin speed here that only saves about 10 frames, but I actually like it a lot better.
Yeah, same.
It seems
Pretty
easier,
flat.
honestly.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier, I think, too. If you use a pause buffer there, it's it seems to be free, I would say. Oh, double fairy, yeah. Let's lag out that screen. It's gonna be like a 3-minute entrance, I think. Oh, 301, nice.
I think Thieves Overworld is one of the harder overworlds to get consistently. Optimally, you want like a 258 entrance, which is pretty ridiculous to do sometimes based on RNG and other factors like that.
I think the best
Oh,
you
man,
can
I got
do
wrecked
is
by Usain Bolt.
256. 257 is usually no mistakes, or 258 is pretty much what you want, but 257 is like, oh man, I almost got sniped. 257 is
I think I've entered at 255 before.
250.
I feel like I remember seeing that.
I
But
feel like 256 you need like no laggy bushes, like everything needs to be on point.
It's absolutely insane.
250.
the nice thing about Thieves Overworld is, well, actually, yeah, there's almost no real randomness in the screens. It's just coming out of the Palace of Darkness area, doing the hammer peg item dash. But pretty much everything after that is pretty set, so it really depends on your movement, how you do.
We're battling some apples.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping that pussy moist.
It's a pretty good hallway, actually. I know I had to stop.
Whoa.
That's what it sounds like when I beat off.
Whoa.
You must have heard that. Oh my god, that dash. Holy shit. You gotta see that, Joe.
Let's see this.
It was like a super risky dash.
Oh god, fuck that. That was actually good for the RNG though situation.
Yeah. That room's another hard room to read. This is the Patrick Star.
Yeah. Alright, so are we stealing things and things down here?
So actually, this dungeon was really good. It was just the overworld I lost like 5 seconds on. It's a shame. All I did was miss spin speed. This is really good thieves outside of that. So blind is gonna look a little crazy here, but it's scripted.
Scripted fights.
It's actually pretty convenient that blind is actually. Yeah. Blind takes the same amount of damage from every sword, so it doesn't matter what sword you have.
Also, thank God that blind isn't random where he goes.
Yeah, I think that would actually make things a little interesting and probably damn near impossible. Because when this fight goes off script, it's pretty crazy. I don't even know what this time is. There's this like, it's probably like a 7:10. That's fucking crazy. A 7:10 with like a 301 entrance. Like, come on, what is this?
It's alright. Caznode is gonna pull out his dick and just fucking smack you in the face, BluntBunny, later in the race here.
Oh yeah.
I was 7-12.
So holding out on that.
Oh, I'm waiting for the dick. It's coming.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that cold stare death.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be a Skullwood's death, actually. Always my favorite place to almost die.
Yeah. Up next is by far one of my least favorite dungeons, Skullwoods.
Yeah, Skullwoods is
Worst?
no es bueno, that's for sure.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So first, we're gonna rescue the cursed dwarf. Somehow he got lost in the Dark World. So you return him to this guy, and then they're so happy that they decide to temper your sword for 10 whole rupees. What a deal! So that's kind of the reason you do thieves first. You want to get Titan's Mitts, which is the only way you can get access to the blacksmith early. So it makes the game much faster. Even though it takes a bit of time to grab the sword, it's still faster to get it. Mainly because of Ganon.
Yeah, I need Titan Smiths to temper my sword as well.
Oh, yeah. We got the fence dash, so this run is valid. No RPG would be happy to hear that. But he's not here, so fuck him. I actually probably didn't need to stop my dash there, but I did anyway. Alright, Skullfuck. So Skull's the only dungeon in the game where it's like has multiple entrances. It's kind of weird. It's actually a fast dungeon, but every room that you have to go in is pretty much the worst shit ever. I actually got this room pretty well, so don't have to worry about the mummies. Sometimes those mummies will kind of like try to hug you, but usually if you do the movement I do, chances are you're not going to get owned by the mummies. So we're gonna go for another bomb jump here. Waffle style. Pretty good. I didn't get trolled, so now we got the fire rod. Which is pretty much the only thing you needed. You just need the big key, fire rod, and then you can go blaze up the tree right over here at the end. There's a bunch of like random keys everywhere. This is the best key to grab, is right over this pot. I'm gonna try to do this room the sexy way.
You gonna make those mummies moist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really nice.
What am I doing?
That was really good. It's actually like my favorite part of Skullwoods is this whole section here. It's actually a good skull. Well, it was a good skull, and then Moth decided to lay some maggots in my ass. Oh yeah. So Moth, you actually have to. It's only 4 hits with the tempered sword, but There's spikes all over the room. If you knock Moth into the spikes,
Dude.
he's not programmed to take damage from spikes. So anytime you you slash him into a spike, it overwrites it with 0 damage. So your slash doesn't count. So you usually have to do a bunch of like crazy stuff, like some poke dashes or a really precise dash. I can't believe the skull was even this good, to be honest.
No.
Actually would have been, I think that would have been gold without that troll moth. So now we're gonna go to Ice Palace.
Holy cow.
One of the coolest dungeons.
Good one, Blood.
Oh, 'cause it's cold.
Oh, nice. Some you don't usually get to see that guy come to life, but this is an exclusive BluntBunny strat there. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, Joe, as far as I can see, I'm not dropping frames.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's my end then.
So, this is like some Japanese folklore thing going on here where you gotta throw the rock into the circle of rocks here and he shits out the Quake Medallion.
Yeah, you gotta kiss the catfish and
Yeah,
make some babies.
yeah, something like that. So this screen here is one of the hardest optimized in the entire game. It doesn't seem like there's much going on here, but a bunch of dashing, but all these dashes are pretty precise. It's really, you just kind of gotta get used to where the collision is for the deep water. Looks like the Caznode made it out of Skullwoods in one piece.
Still alive, haven't died yet, so this run is successful in some terms.
Honestly, outside of the Moldorm fall, looks like you're on a pretty decent run. That's right.
Yeah, it hasn't been awful.
So this screen here is or heavy RNG dependent. Let's see where the check where the Zora is. There he is. Basically, oh well. I got greedy and tried to swim past him, but he wasn't having it. So it kind of
Losing
sucks.
that heart.
Yeah. It's kind of shitty, but that's alright. See if I have to use the fire rod in here. Oh, of course.
Winning the lottery.
Losing a heart's not a big deal, but it's definitely big time saving that second room there. You don't have sword beams. So now Ice Palace. Any casual player who's experienced Ice Palace knows that this dungeon sucks. There's a lot of backtracking, but we're actually going to use a bomb jump to break the major puzzle in this dungeon.
Oh yeah.
Alright. This room here is definitely one of the harder rooms in the dungeon. I actually got pretty good RNG. I played it a little safe by pulling the bomb out later, but for some reason if you put the bomb there and hit the Stalfos, it hits both of them. That was actually a really good bomb jump. This ice is actually pretty solid. the boss coming up, it's called Cold Stare now. This is by far the hardest, or the worst boss to die to.
With the exception of Aghanim 2, but you don't usually die to him.
Yeah, you normally don't die there, but this is a pretty easy boss to die to because the game expects you to grab the blue mail. So, when you take damage from Cold Stare, he has 4 hearts. So I'm gonna go attempt a quick kill on him to make this least amount of troll as possible here. Hopefully I don't die. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, good news is we survived. Bad news is I missed the poke. I got this really awkward poke. I actually could have still got it, but I kind of panicked. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Luckily I survived.
Just walk right into it.
Yeah, I had the iframes, and I had 5 hearts. I knew I was fine, but ideally what would have happened there is I would have actually spun him into that corner, and then all I would have had to do was slash him, and they all would have died in one hit. Pretty sure Caznode will redeem that. You go for the quick kill, don't you, Kaz? Or do you still do 6 slash?
Yeah, I do the 1 poke.
Okay. Hopefully Caznode will pull it off. It's a pretty cool
The
strat.
Pooey.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually a really good strat.
Yeah, it is.
Makes things much easier.
Yeah, I find it a lot easier to execute than the 2 poke.
I don't think a lot of players really go for 6 slash anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to learn right away because it's the poke dash is the hardest part for most people. It was for me for the longest time, which is why I was a 125 player doing the 6 slash, and then finally I just decided to just man up and start doing
Lonely Hammer Bar, easy every time.
The hammer strats made it a lot easier. Shoutouts to Kev.
Hammer.
The Lonely Firebar, the hammer strats, instead of slashing on the ice.
I think
That's actually a Zosty strats, believe it or not.
That's a Zosty strat?
Yeah, that's a Zost strat.
the mix
I thought
is,
Kev came up with that.
It's actually a waffle strat. Waffle came up with the mix strat where you do the slash at the end after the hammers.
Yeah. Zosty was the first one to use the hammer. Waffle was
Yeah.
the one to figure out that it was actually faster.
Waffle's got some good tech in this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
That
found some really good
air
strats.
bomb jump.
Yeah.
And he was also the one to adapt the Pooey Cold Stare strat.
Oh yeah.
So Swamp Palace is not anybody's favorite dungeon, I don't think. The problem with this dungeon is a lot of people don't like to practice it because it's boring. But you can actually save a lot of time in here just from learning all the rooms.
Yeah, the movement in Swamp is actually really intense. There's a lot going on between all the different transitions, the water floors, and the hook shot, and all of the item dashes that you do. It's a really hard dungeon to do well.
Yeah, like there, it looked like I stopped my dash early on purpose, but I actually meant to do that. And I actually killed all the enemies in this room, which is good. That's pretty rare that red guy goes down there. So now,
Missing the duck.
so now I'm gonna have a clean. Oh wow, dude, that was really good. I'm gonna go for a strat in here if this guy's not in the way. Oh no, he's in the way. Fuck it, can't do it. So that room where I just kill all the enemies is a bit of a safer strat, but it's actually not slower because of the lag in the next room. Of course, that jackass gets in your way 1 out of 4 times. The swamp was so good that he had to get in my way. This actually could still be a good swamp. Forgot actually to set up the Serpico.
Serpico rolling in.
Oh,
Oh my god.
346. It's actually not bad. Generally, like if you get a 40, like whatever, it's about 3 minutes I think from the big key is generally what you'll get if the rest of your swamp is good. So like, this is like 646 pace right now. It's a pretty good swamp up, but decided to take a face full of fireballs.
I like to dash down to kill the Stalfos here. It sets up pretty well for this hammer dash. And it also ensures that Stalfos won't be around in any of the other 3 times we enter that room. Helps out a lot.
Yeah. I actually recently found out that it seems to reduce the lag in the top room too, which actually makes it about the same as going for the hammer dash. No, I think Mike the viewer did testing on that. Which is pretty cool because like I've always done that strat anyway. But it's not really worth it to always go for the hammer dash unless you're really good at them.
Yeah. If you dash straight down from the entrance, you'll kill the Stalfos every time, and unless the other skeleton gets in your way perfectly, you'll be able to get the hammer dash without losing much time.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go for a quick kill here.
This is not ideal.
Alright, well, he gave me the same RNG as earlier. So, oh, I got it still. What the hell? Alright, well, I was able to save that 0 cycle somehow.
Wow, what a god.
That was actually pretty good. Oh, I get to rewatch this. Let me see what the hell happened here. I took damage. Like, he charged me quick, and then I was able to clean him up just fast enough for him to not do his cycle. JRP.
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 No, Sarge. Oh god. That was just really good luck.
Or as Cop Power likes to say, yay RP.
Yay.
I feel when you save 9 seconds on your PB with that swamp. Alright, so now we're going to the deep depths of ass in this run where you get to do Mire and you get to do this shitty overworld. So you get to revisit Death Mountain since you know you didn't get enough the first time. So we gotta go get Ether.
You get some more later on too.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, just you get to visit a 3rd time, you know, it's just because 2 times isn't enough.
3rd time's the charm.
Oh yeah, all the homies are in the chat, dude.
Nice.
Oh yeah, dude, this overworld is giving me kind of a boner right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus, dude, 58 ether grab, what the fuck?
Holy cow.
Alright.
I wanna kill myself.
Time for a crab to pinch my ass. Oh my god, I was a little scared there. Jesus Christ.
Did you almost call it? Were you a couple pixels away from death? Little buddy?
I didn't. I was between two crabs when I threw the bomb. They were both like right next to me. Alright, so that is probably the best overworld I think I've ever had.
Just low key.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever used Ether at 201 before. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this is like Zelda pace overworld.
Yeah, Mire Overworld is really important to get out with full hearts because they come in handy for the second room in Mire itself. Also, you want as much health for Vitreous as possible because you got a damage boost to beat him up.
Alright, that room that Kaz just mentioned, I did one cycle. No, I bombed! I ruined it! Smire is
Also-
pretty lit.
Go for it.
Oh, go ahead.
There's a room in Swamp. If I don't know if everybody has the amount needed, but when you enter Mire, you're wanting at least one bomb and 21 arrows to keep yourself on pace for having to not have to go out of your way to get pickups.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you have those amounts. That way, you're not wasting time searching for explosives and some pointy objects.
I actually meant to fire out that guy there. Actually could have got scary. Okay, well, I lost like... See, this could have been like really crazy Mire pace, but I bonked in that room, so I lost like 2 seconds. Still pretty good outside of that.
Also, depending on how good your late game is, the time that you see when you light the 4th torch in Mire, add 20 minutes, and that's the time you'll probably get.
Yeah, I actually learned that if your Dark World's actually really good, you should be way under that, like almost a minute, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, that's basically what you're looking at. That's how you know if your end game's good. Hello? Fucking piece of shit. So like,
Missing the Ice Rod spin speed like a boss.
oh, yeah. Oh well. I don't know if you know the new tech there, Kaz. Spin speed is actually slower now.
New tech. Oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell you in a second.
Your
Alright.
boy.
Yeah, if you're like grabbing a chest, take the Desert Palace gloves, for example. Due to Link's 4 pixels per frame movement, if you actually walk down the stairs a bit and then start your dash, you get more of those pixels per frame, so it actually ends up being a little faster to
Interesting.
slightly walk down the stairs and then start your dash.
Yeah, both Desert and the Ice Rod have that same deal, so it's weird, but it
Save those frames, baby.
it's pretty cool because the spin speed's really cool, but it's actually a pain in the ass to do it right. So it's kind of obsoleted now. Yeah, it's how would you like it, Serpico? Oh my god, this is still like pretty good.
POV gonna grab food?
715 Meyer. Yeah, so health conservation is really good, or really important in this dungeon. Because of that fight. You gotta take damage to go fast. I'm only losing like 3 seconds, man.
Gotta go slow to go fast.
Yeah. It looks like you had a block party.
Oh yeah.
I
Inviting
fucking
all the
hate.
wizards to
You
the
know,
block party.
I know what you probably did, but there's a way to absolutely 100% prevent that from happening.
Yeah, I either pushed the block too far up, or I just fire rotted really late.
Yeah, when you push the first block, you can like move right a little bit more, so it like lines you up with the one to the left, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I see what you mean.
Yeah, because I used to do the same fucking thing all the time. Dude, nice. Man, this Death Mountain is definitely something else. I mean, I only got 20 seconds to save on this segment, but you know, let's just lose it all right before we enter the dungeon. Oh yeah, there we
It
go.
was important.
Oh, hell yeah, squirrel party. Fuck yeah, dude.
What do you even do?
Well, fuck this game, dude. I don't even care. I'm grabbing the fairy. Okay. Alright, well, if you ever wanted to see a dishonest hitbox in the game, you just witnessed it.
Yeah.
I didn't even really bonk into that guy, but I bonked and took damage, so, you know. That was,
Those are pretty great.
that was a pretty, awful overworld segment. So I should be entering T-Rock now, at this point. That's how much time I lost. So I'm already losing 10 seconds. Just due to the fucking overworld. Or actually more, like 12 seconds.
Alright, here comes my Vitreous fight, after I fall in the hole outside his door, of course.
Fire in the hole.
It's needs to be a BluntBunny exclusive as well.
Yeah, that's why I use the arrow buffer there, because I'll do the same thing myself every time if I don't.
Yeah, I was stubborn. I should do the same thing.
Yeah, I used that buffer for Vitreous, so...
Jeez.
I also prefer the buffer there as well. Just it's easier to see which eyes are still alive. But if you're good enough at the fight, it doesn't matter.
And a nice features. So in terms of ammo, you're pretty set for most of the rest of the game. However, you still want to pay attention to your arrow count because you want at least 13 by the time you're done with the chomps here, as Blunt is wrapping up.
Yeah, I got
And you do see is one short. And this is important because there's only a 5 arrow drop. If you have enough arrows to like save enough time, there's one extra 5 arrow pot that you always get in Ganon's Tower, and that'll leave you with exactly enough for the Ice Armos. Otherwise, if you have 12 arrows like Blunt has here, he'll grab the extra arrow pot in Turtle Rock, which is about 1 second.
Speaking of ammo and stuff, so like all the enemies in this game are in a prize pack. Generally, you manipulate the ones in Aghanim's Tower. That's why you dash through the set of guards. This way you can get the fairy. You're almost guaranteed to get the fairy drop and the magic drop from those pokies that I just got. See, I got both of them, so.
Yeah, most of the prize pack stuff is a 50-50 on it dropping. However, if you dash into an enemy, with any kind of drop ratio, it becomes 0%. It'll never drop anything if you dash through it.
That was the worst RNG you can get in that room.
So we use that in our advantage in the second room of Aghanim's Tower, so we can get the fairy drop as well as the full magic drop in Turtle Rock here, because without either one of those, especially the fairy drop, it becomes a fun time in Turtle Rock.
That wasn't a great Death Mountain, but it was better than Blunt's, so we're actually picking up a little bit of time.
Oh yeah.
I can almost guarantee you yours was like way better than mine. I didn't even get squirrel blocked, which was the funny part. I just got like a whole bunch of like trolling squirrels in my way. No, this is not rando. I'm sorry to say.
No, this is rando. It's just a very specific seed.
Yeah, the vanilla seed. Pussed out on this laser skip a little bit because I didn't look like I was on the right pixel the first 2 times. So.
Pussing out.
Oh yeah, pussing out.
That was a good roller.
Alright, so we're going against good old Trinex here. He's actually not too hard, but go for a little bit of a risky strat, and I fucked it up. Nice. Alright, well, I guess this fight's over. Never seen that in my life.
Oh god, I've ruined 2 PB pace runs to exactly that.
That is...
I don't even know the specifics behind it. The only thing I figure is like, if you stop the dash going backdoor to use the ice rod, if you stop like too close to the firehead, it just seems like it just goes through no matter what. So I personally make sure to dash like towards the top wall, or closer to the top wall, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that exact same mistake. I do like 2 slashes and then the firehead moves and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I die and then I'm happy and yeah.
Well, at least you salvaged it. You could have really easily ran out of magic there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even had, that was my last shot that I used. So I probably would have saved time here, but since I shit the bed, I'm not saving any time. So. Yeah, that was probably the worst that could happen. I got the worst Pokies RNG. Just a pretty awful segment overall. I think what it is the ice rod actually has a pretty shitty like hitbox in itself, so like it's really easy to miss shots on it, but normally that shot is not too hard.
It's got a really slow projectile.
Yeah. Rolling into Ganon's Tower. So yeah, I mean, obviously this is the hardest dungeon in the whole game. There's a lot of RNG, a lot of really tough rooms. It's probably, I guess I would say it is the hardest segment to optimize.
Yeah, it's also just really, really long.
Yeah. First, like, half before you get the big key is pretty straightforward. There's not, like, any real RNG outside of, like, the Stoffels in, like, the first switch room.
Yeah, the gauntlet is where the game really starts to shove the stick up your ass and
Oh, yeah.
make you enjoy it.
I mean, if you like sticks up your ass, then, I mean, this game is definitely a speedrun for you.
For sure.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, see, RPG likes it. He loves stuff up his ass.
Alright, my try next fight going a bit better than Blunt's.
Pretty sure you had a better like turtle rock than me. I had like a 724, 725 or something.
Yeah, I don't have my splits up, so I can't say exactly what it is, but you know what? That was not bad. That was not bad.
Alright, so now we're going to refight Armos since you know, we loved Armos the first time, except now it's on ice. Whoa.
Alright, I'm rolling out. I'll see y'all later.
Alright.
Rolling out.
Rolling
Have
out.
a good one.
Alright. So if I'm entering the top at 243, I think, then that's really good. Yeah, alright. So this is pretty much a good first half. So now this is where everything's gonna start getting hard. A lot of RNG and a lot of really high execution rooms. Oh, nice. Oh, that's not how you want to do mimics normally, but that room is good. So you can actually control those mimics with your D-pad. I didn't really go over that earlier, the first set of mimics, but
Yeah, the key to doing mimics fast is to use the D-pad to control them while you're still firing arrows.
yeah, exactly. It's definitely one of the harder rooms in the game. Ganon Ball Z, we made up for it.
What Ganon? Ganon Ball Z.
Alright, so this is Gauntlet. We're gonna see a lot of RNG and bullshit going on here. Just killing the enemies, that's all you have to do. You're trying to handle the RNGs the best you can.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the first two rooms here have one of the worst enemies in the game, period, and that's the red skeletons. Not only when you slash them from a certain distance, they will jump back away, but they will also fire their bone dicks at you and smack you in the face with them. And it's just really hard to connect your sword with them without them jumping back. Fortunately for Gauntlet 5, the red skeleton there is, you can do a fixed inputs to get him every time with the fire rod.
Well, that's the thing. Like, this game does look easy, but sometimes when you play it, you realize it's a little bit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the reason this is such a miserable speed game to grind, is everything looks easy, and it feels like it should be easy, but then you pick it up and lose all your frames.
And half the time, or more than half of the time, it's in light mode, so
Yeah.
pretty much just want to strangle yourself all the time, because you can't even finish a run.
See, OOT 100% looks easy, Sarge, but oh my god, I almost soft-blocked my game.
Don't do that.
I was probably, I'm glad I like waited, like something in my head told me to just wait a second before entering that staircase.
Oh, yeah. That actually probably would have happened if you didn't. If anything, that looks really tight.
Yeah, I like purposely stopped the frame before I entered the stairs, I think. So yeah, if you actually enter that staircase on the same frame the door shuts in the previous room, then none of the sprites will spawn in the top floor, including Aghanim 2. So you can't finish Ganon's tower. You have to mirror to go up the tower, and it's a big time loss, and Caznode would have probably caught up to me if I would have did that. Alright. So Aghanim 2 is probably the hardest fight in the game, I'd say. Doesn't seem like it is. I mean, you won't die to him, but to do it fast is extremely difficult. And you can see I'm stupid, so I clearly don't know how to fight this boss anymore.
Shoutouts to Zelda, finishing the game right about now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And WQ's probably wrapping it up right about now. Yeah, it's a very inviting game to pick up as a speedrun, and then you're like, man, this shit sucks. Why am I even playing it?
And then you cut your dick off.
Yeah. And then you throw it in a river, or in a blender, or in a microwave, whatever you feel like doing.
That's pretty much how I feel about Super Mario 64. Like, I watch a lot of that, and it's like, it'd be sick to be really good at this game, and then I like...
God, I can't kill this goblin. There we go.
I put it in my N64, get a few stars, and I'm like, alright, fuck this.
Yep.
The short hop.
Alright, so this is Ganon. Got the quick 2 phases now. This third phase here, you can warp a random amount of times. It's about 50-50 whether he's gonna warp or not. Looks like he's being pretty nice to you right now. Spoke too soon. Okay, now. Seems like it's okay.
No.
Alright, I went for like a really crazy spin there. I don't recommend going for that.
Let's see, does he stay? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't recommend going for that.
That's risky.
Yeah. Oh, alright, we're missing spins. This phase is the hardest by hands down. Actually, alright, I saw a red screen in the corner of my eye. It's not good.
Don't worry about it.
At Tower, it's so easy to bleed parts. Like, I've had plenty of runs myself where I've died like later in Ganon's Tower, and it's like, it's definitely a salt-inducing wound because it's one of the biggest time losses in the whole game.
Yeah.
BluntBunny with the casual 125.
Too bad of a run, I guess, even though that Turtle Rock was pretty disgraceful. I did it. Oh, it was a 727 Turtle Rock. Oh yeah, it was a 125.56.
Yeah.
My man
I'm gonna try to make it out of this alive, but it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah. Caznode's on the come up though. Nice collection of 125s.
Nice.
Alright, still alive, out of magic, out of hearts, but alive.
Oh my god, Kaz, holy shit. Shit is lit
What?
right now.
That was not correct. That was also not correct. Alright, we're gonna do this one more time.
Definitely one of the more punishing things that can happen.
Unfortunately, I never learned the no magic strats for the Wizrobes, so...
Oh no. Here we go. Oh well. You're just like, nope, fuck this, I'm dying.
I was actually trying to dodge the energy beams poorly.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Be a better be a bad idea to pick up some X-release fairies?
Yeah, I won't judge you.
I'll judge me.
RPG might. I don't know where he's at though.
Huh?
I'd judge me.
Yeah, this isn't even sub RPG place. What the fuck is this? Some garbage?
Yeah, this is some garbage, alright. This is some hot garbage. We're getting stuck in the Gen's Tower loop.
Is that your
Actually, need
chair,
arrows now?
Caznode? That's super squeaky.
It's not my chair. I don't know whose it is.
Sorry.
We can get it up.
Wait, whose is it?
It's
I don't know.
Oh, it's Zara's.
Yeah.
The chair is so squeaky, dude. Oh no! The Igor death.
It's like Void's old chair.
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't seen East Side against Sarah.
I just needed some arrows.
Yeah. Figured.
Alright, things are looking a little better this time.
Just going right side to find the big key early, or oh wait, this isn't randomizer. Sorry.
Well,
We know you're all about that randomizer.
randomizes.
Oh
dick.
yeah. Randomizer dicks all in my butt.
Whoa.
You can randomly shove them in one at a time.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's stopping me from one at a time though? Whoa!
Oh, randomly just slide them all in there, yeah.
Oh, get back here.
It's funny because I saw you practicing Ganon's Tower before you fired up this race, and it always
Inevitably.
it never fucking matters in this game. It's always like, nope. I know you practice, but here's a fist.
Yeah, that's pretty much. If you want to guarantee a bad run, or just for something to go really wrong, just practice whatever you want to go wrong in the run, and make sure you practice it very well, because when you fire up a run, it'll not go the way you practiced it.
Thanks, Runner Watcher. Yeah. When I was grinding this game, I used to I'd probably practice for almost an hour before streaming. I would practice for an hour straight, and most of the time things went well, but it's just like Joe said, I mean, there's just gonna be some things you're just gonna fuck up in a run, I guess. You just have to accept it. I like that nice dash cancel there, Caznode. We cancel the dash before we go into the bridge room. I don't know if that was on purpose. I was like, what the hell? Gangster, you don't normally die in, but the gauntlet can. Is that where you died? Was it the gauntlet or after gauntlet?
No, I didn't die until Wizrobes, but I got fucked up in the gauntlet.
Yeah,
pretty hard.
the gauntlet can.
I got fucked up in the last room of the gauntlet. For whatever reason, I couldn't slash the Red Goblin.
No.
And he ran into me 3 times.
Yeah. It can still be dangerous in here. Yeah.
But it looks like as long as we eventually make it through these bumpers, we'll be living.
Well, Well, Caznode kind of went on an adventure, so that's probably why.
Yeah, we took the scenic route.
Yeah. I cheated my ass off, so don't worry about that. I am not gonna lie, it is kind of cool that I can just kind of like play the game and still get a 125, I guess. But... Oh yeah, this is one room that I love when it goes wrong. You're bouncing off the bumpers and shit.
All right, Agatu's dead.
Oh yeah.
I get to pump my tempered sword in his tight little asshole.
Ooh. Ooh. I should have did the same because well, that was my fault. I was practicing this stupid ass fight every day before I did runs. It was just really stupid. I got pretty good at it, but ideally, if you get a 3 cycle, like even if your Gant's tower is shit, you're gonna save 1,000,000.
Yeah.
Each cycle's I don't know how long it is, but it varies.
A lot longer than saving a few frames on mimics.
Yeah.
Good start to Ganon.
Oh yeah.
Give him the pig a hug. Much better.
So with the tempered sword, you gotta hit him 12 times in the first phase and the second phase. However, a spin does 2 damage compared to a slash just doing 1 damage, and you can hit a couple double spins depending on what patterns you get. So that can, essentially do 4 damage. So we have, we have a strategy for each respective pattern that we get in phase 2. And as you can see on Blunt's end, this game is like completely fucked.
Yeah.
You can do pretty much like an unlimited amount of things in terms of glitches in this game. It's just completely broken.
Let me see if I remember how to do that.
Dude, that looks awesome.
Caznode in phase 4 here. Ideally, you want to get 3 spins before you fire rod the torch. And you notice the right torch is permanently lit, which is not an intended mechanic. Originally, when the left torch goes out, you have,
And we're done.
11 or 16 frames or something near that to light the torch. And if you do that in the frame window, then the right torch will stay permanently lit.
Coming in just over estimate.
There you go.
$136.56.
What a time.
GG.
Yeah, nice run, dude. Sorry you had a nice party in GameStar.
Gotta throw the pig a party. Shoutouts to my boy Chris Houlihan.
Who apparently, as far as I read, this Chris Houlihan guy, there was like a magazine page or something where you could have your name in this room here, and this is like a debug room pretty much. If you glitch the game out to where it would crash, it sends you to this room, and this guy won it, so he got his name put on the room. But from what I read, this guy can give less of a fuck, which is pretty disgraceful.
if I remember right, the contest was in Nintendo Power, and it was to get your name in the new Zelda game.
Oh,
And I mean, if you want to call getting your name in it showing up in the debug room, then sure.
and apparently nowadays the guy is like 40 years old or something, and he can care less about it. So that sucks.
Dang, what a worst.
And last time I did this, I lost all my files. This is like the ACM exclusive. All you gotta do is this. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit, but I don't even know like anything compared to like ACM probably knows the most glitches. Like the most like glitch exhibition wise. Well, see, this game will eventually crash. I don't know when, but I think we should fire up the next run.
Sparking it up.
Rolling in with some Sims on the PlayStation 2.
I'm going to be playing the Wii version because it's a billion faster.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Save
Whoa,
frames
Wii
on
version.
console advantage. Whoa.
Like, we're talking literal minutes faster.
Literal minutes.
Is your stream up, Zero?
Oh, yeah, I can get it up.
Sparking it up. Yes, let me know when it's up, so I'll switch over.
Sure. It's just going to be, oh fuck, I probably should get my mic in there. Alright, start streaming.
Yeah!
I am probably gonna be watching this run from my bed since I have to get up in like 6 hours.
Yes, TV.
I'm gonna roll out and start preparing for my Metroid run tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nice,
All right.
dude. Thanks for
Gotta
racing me, dude.
All 100 items. Thank you for tolerating my subpar gameplay.
Oh, I loved it. It was sexy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was randomly all over my face. Hell yeah.
Don't worry, I went way over the estimate on the biggest stage of them all, so can't get any worse than that.
Oh, we're going to be using my own timer if that's fine, Joe.